Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about when exactly did the Stargirl Season 3 alternate ending take place. Now, we know that there was two endings filmed for Stargirl Season 3 because they did not know if they was going to get renewed or if they were going to get canceled. And as we all know now, this show has officially been canceled. Many weeks ago it was announced. So, when exactly did this alternate ending start to take shape within the show? Now, when it comes to TV shows, even when it comes to movies, alternate endings aren't necessarily the final scene in whatever it is you're watching. Sometimes the sometimes the alternate ending can be the actual ending part, the final parts of the of whatever you're watching. Sometimes they can be like, something that happens several minutes into like a movie towards the end. Sometimes it can take place several episodes before the finale episode. And sometimes it can just be the final episode itself. And, this happens all the time. Like in the Scream movies, they had multiple scripts because they started to get leaked online early as, like, say, Scream 3. And then in a lot of movies, say like Final Destinations, there were two endings filmed. And, one where Claire is pregnant and Alex died, and one where Alex lives and they're all in France. And then one dude dies from that sign that falls down. So, it happens. But the question is, when exactly does it happen? That's the most interesting thing of them all. But it has not been revealed what exactly was alternate in season 3. Now, I speculate that when the season completely ends next week, maybe a few weeks down the line, maybe a month or two, then details will probably start popping and everything. Maybe like a cast member will probably reveal it. Maybe a crew member. Maybe it'll leak online. Maybe it'll even be on the DVD. We have no honest to clue idea. And so, like, but I do speculate at some point the ending will be, revealed. I mean, heck, The Flash had to create an alternate ending because they were going to end originally in season 8, but then Grant wanted the money. So they went on to season 9 and had to film an alternate end and stuff. So, with everything we know with season 3, with the whole brain swapping deal stuff, the question is, when? When? When exactly did the alternate happen? Now, I speculate by watching episode 12 with the big reveal that Dragon King swapped his brain inside Ultra-Humanite and that, like, Ultra-Humanite brain is inside that Starman. I believe with all that brain swapping stuff, this is probably the episode when the alternate ending happened. Because, like, you have to look at both Ultra-Humanite and Starman throughout the season. Now, of course, Starman has been shown prominently throughout the entire season, but Ultra-Humanite has not. And now that we know that Dr. Ito has been inside Ultra-Humanite the entire time, and Ultra-Humanite has only popped up like twice and everything, there's something strange about his behavior. Now, from what we remember from Dr. Ito, Dragon King from season 1, he talks in a very cool, chill type manner. He does get angry and he will like growl at a person, but that's very rare. We saw in season 1. It only really happened when his mask got taken off. It was revealed he is a lizard looking dude, and he just, like, for the sake of scaring the audience and the girls, he screamed at them and stuff. But other than that, even when he fought like the JSA in that finale episode of season 1, he's very calm, he's very chill, he's very calculated, let's say. When we first saw him in Stargirl as Ultra-Humanite, it was a little strange and bizarre that, like, his only words to Mike and Jakeem, and of course Starbolt, not Star Thunderbolt, was that I'm gonna kill you all, like in a very like sinister, like growly, gorilla type way. And I stopped and I thought to myself, that's a little overkill if that was Dr. Ito. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand he would want to like scare them and whatnot and seek his revenge, but to growl at them and to talk in that type of manner, talking about I'm gonna kill you all, that sounded too ape-like, or not ape, well, gorilla-like to me. And I'm not saying the alternate ending happened then and there. I'm just saying that that scene was filmed probably with the intent that it was the mad scientist dude who went inside the Ultra-Humanite brain. So I believe this was like the original plan for Ultra-Humanite in that episode, that it was not Dr. Ito, but it was that other scientist. And I believe that was like, the actual Ultra-Humanite and stuff like that. Now, of course, the show, I don't know if the show was canceled then or not. I'm not really sure. It's been a good while. But then as episodes started to pass, now we get to like Pat and Sylvester. And Pat and Sylvester, they had like bros. They had like, they knew each other very, very, very well. And, when we watched Starman, he seemed to be just that, a Starman. We never really 100% got a clue that it might be somebody else inside the body. Now, there has been speculation. Some people assume maybe it's a shapeshifter. Maybe there was some brain swapping. But for the most part, his Starman's anger seemed to revolve around that of, him dying a long time ago, his friends dying, and him wanting revenge on the people that, like, killed his friends, and then Pat befriending that of the Crocs and everything after they helped kill the JSA. Now that's totally reasonable for him to be angry and mad. And of course, if you ever watch any kind of thing where a person comes back from the dead, their mind is always a little like off and everything, like Buffy and stuff when she came back from the dead. And so a lot of people started wondering what's up with his attitude and his personality. And then, of course, the one thing I always thought was really strange is when Beth accidentally cheated on a test with the goggles. He's all like, that's great and everything. And, then and I thought to myself, that's kind of weird. If he's a superhero, why is he happy that she cheated and stuff like that? But then when it came to Rick and the limiter on his hourglass, I just assumed that, maybe because when we saw like Starman's personality, even in that brief scene in season 1 with the levity of humor as he's about to die, because Pat's all like, I'm gonna go in there and help. He's like, no, don't help and everything. But he said in a very comedic Joel McHale kind of way, I just assumed that maybe Starman, because I believe they said this version of Starman was younger than Pat. And because like Pat was a little bit older and Sylvester was a teenager, I just assumed he was like a cut loose kind of guy. And, even though like he was kind of like, not take everything so seriously because of that levity of humor we saw in that brief scene in season 1. And just him being like whatever, cheating's cool, blah, blah, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And him not knowing much about like the hourglass, probably like, yeah, I should just take the whatchamacallit thing out and you'll be strong 24/7 and everything. And, I just assumed that he was just like an idiot kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Just like whatever, like a brogue type person, you know what I'm saying? And we even saw a little bit of that in season 2 flashbacks when he felt that the only way to stop, what's that villain's name? I forget. The main villain of season 2, the only way to stop that dude is to kill the human host. So I just assume, he's just a little bit arrogant, a little bit like cut loose, like a little bit like not so serious, a little bit of a screw up and everything. I just always assumed that was his personality. And plus he's played by Joel McHale, and I just keep thinking Jeff Winger, you know what I'm saying? Because in this season, he just keeps, there are times when Joel McHale's acting goes a little bit Jeff Winger, slightly in everything. And, so I just assumed that was like, he was just that type of person. And then we find out, oh no, wait, that's been the mad scientist dude the entire time. And so, like, with that, it's just kind of like, okay, if Sylvester's been dead for 10 years, and the scientist dude has been inside him, the Ultra-Humanite, I don't understand how he's able to wield the staff as good as he is, especially in that season 2 finale. Now, he said that he learned everything he could about Sylvester and Pat so that Pat can, like, believe that it's the real Sylvester. Okay, fine. He's taught to, like, his friends and his families and ex-wife, but he got information, like, when he got information from Pat's ex-wife, I doubt she knows anything about them being superheroes. I doubt she knows how, like, Starman knows how to wield the staff and everything. And so I just don't believe for a second that Ultra-Humanite knew how to, like, operate the staff. Because, there's a certain, I don't know, even Courtney, when she started wielding the staff at first, it was kind of like when she got scared and she blew up that car, it just happened out of her emotions. And when she got scared, she blasted Brainwave in the face, but then, like, she actually, like, tried to. And so I believe that if it was him truly picking up the staff for the first time in the ending of season 2, there's no way he's gonna be able to fly with the staff, use the staff to, like, help get the evil, like, out of, like, Courtney and all kind of other stuff he used it for. There's no way possible that other people who did not know, because you gotta remember, a lot of people did not know they were superheroes. You know what I'm saying? So he talked to, like, relatives and friends just to get the personality part right. But there's no way he will be able to figure out, like, how to wield that staff in the way he has at the ending of season 2 and all throughout season 3. There's just no freaking way in everything. And so also it was kind of weird because, like, when Dr. Midnighter came back and tried to scan his body to see what's going on and all this other crap, like, um his goggles and Beth goggles should have picked up that, hey, the brain schematics is completely off in this dude's head and everything. Like, what's going on with that? And also there's the staff. You would think the staff, yeah, sure, it's happy to see him alive and that's the body, but you think the staff wouldn't know there's a different personality within that body and a different brain. So I believe, honestly, the alternate ending probably happened around the 12th episode and they had to, like, clear some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Cause, like, there's no way he knew how to use that staff. There's just no way. Cause even Courtney barely know how to use it, and she had to practice with it. But that's the thing, she had to practice. This man picked it up on day 1 at the ending of season 2, and he knew how to use it, like, perfectly and stuff. There was no hesitation with that. And what else I was gonna say? It was something really, really important. Oh, now I remember. Because, like, this is the thing about the brain. We know the actual brain of Dragon King is inside of Ultra-Humanite. But when it comes to Sylvester, I don't see no scars around his head. I didn't even see, like, a tiny one, unless his hair is covering it up, similar to that actress and stuff. So it's like, okay. So I'm assuming if his hair is covering up his scar, then maybe it is the Ultra-Humanite true brain up inside his brain. brain, true, brain. But, like, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe he just transferred his consciousness into Sylvester's, like, mushy brain that got, like, screwed up when he died. But then that would explain why he said he loses himself in the part. So we don't know if the Ultra-Humanite brain is inside him or just his consciousness and Sylvester's old brain, because he literally said, sometimes he loses himself in the role, and it makes you think, okay, maybe he really thinks he's Sylvester and stuff. And so, like, I'm like, okay, they probably gonna explain that in the last episode, what exactly is inside that head. But for now, it's the speculation. Is it the real brain? Is it just the consciousness? Why is it that he loses himself? This could be just a throw on the throw the audience off to explain, okay, this is why Sylvester acted so good, or why Ultra-Humanite acted so good as Sylvester. He so-called lost himself in the role because, he's sharing a consciousness with the real, like, Sylvester and stuff. So that could be like, an alternate line they used to explain how well Joel acted without giving us a tip that something's wrong going on with him and like his eyes, because it brings me back to Star Trek Deep Space Nine with the Dr. Bashir. They did not tell the actor that for an entire season he was actually an alien shapeshifter. They didn't want to tell him that because they knew for a fact he was gonna give it away with his acting, especially in his eyes and stuff, because it's hard not to. So they told him on like the 11th hour before that episode ended, the big reveal and everything. And then once that big reveal happened, then the actor started acting sinister and evil with his eyes every time he acted and stuff. This could be the very same thing that happened with Joel and everything. They probably told him at the very last hour that, hey, look, dude, you're not really playing the person you think you're playing and stuff. So yeah, that's my theory as to this alternate ending when it actually took place. I believe it took place in the 12th episode and stuff, because it's just like things that happen with Ultra-Humanite and things that happen with Sylvester, it just don't really add up. Plus also, okay, I get you want to make a good performance. I get you want to show you're banged up when you went to the Gamblers, like, trailer and stuff. But would you really take that big of a bump? You know what I'm saying? Like, would they really act that out so well to actually have the Dragon King inside that of Ultra-Humanite just to pick up Sylvester and toss him around, smash him around, and bruise him up so badly? Would they really go to that effect just to sell a performance? Like, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.